it just put me under a bit more of a kind of controlled situation. It's like, and I'm only acting out of love. I don't need to be controlled.
So supposedly, Beyonce changed her last name back to Knowles, and she's no longer a Carter.
Whenever you feel like you're not in control or the world is against you, take it personally.
Kanye West is stirring the pot again. This time, the self-proclaimed genius has set his sights on Queen Bey herself.
Beyonce, I was hurt because I heard that you said you wouldn't perform unless you won Video of the Year over me.
Reports are swirling that Beyonce has dropped Carter from her name, and Kanye isn't holding back on what he really thinks is going on.
Unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented. I hope you take it personally.
Is this the prelude to a messy divorce with Jay-Z? Or is there a deeper, darker secret that Beyonce is desperately trying to keep under wraps? Let's find out. Beyonce knows she's a force to be reckoned with and isn't about to let her empire crumble. Not for anyone, not even her husband, Jay-Z. Word on the street is that Jay's name is now getting dragged into the whole Diddy case mess, and things aren't looking too great for the Carter family. Apparently, Beyonce is already making moves to protect herself. Rumor has it she's starting to go by just Beyonce Knowles instead of Beyonce Knowles Carter. Low-key distancing herself? Maybe.
Whenever you feel like you're not in control or the world is against you, take it personally. Every thought in your mind is dumb. Every word you speak is dumb. Congratulations.
Let's be real. Beyonce is one of the most powerful celebs out there. You've seen how everyone thanks her on stage like she's royalty. The empire she's built with Jay-Z? Scary levels of influence. But with this Diddy drama heating up, she's allegedly putting her safety nets in place. Dropping Carter from her name might just be her way of saying, I'm good on my own. In a startling revelation that has sent shockwaves through both the music industry and the public at large, Kanye West recently claimed to have uncovered a secretive code allegedly utilized by Jay-Z to exert a profound influence over the world. Kanye suggests that Jay-Z's uncanny hold on various aspects of the industry, as well as his presence beyond its confines, can be attributed to a web of enigmatic numerical connections. While these assertions might seem outlandish, they have sparked intense speculation and debate, prompting us to delve deeper into the hidden dynamics that may or may not underlie Jay-Z's apparent dominion over an extensive spectrum of realms. Let's find out what it is all about.
I know how to make perfect, but that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to crack the pavement.
In a surprising revelation, Kanye West has brought up the idea that Jay-Z might be using a mysterious code hidden in numbers to send secret messages through his music. This idea links back to an old way of studying numbers called numerology and a Jewish practice called gematria, where letters are connected to numbers. By doing this, words and phrases can have hidden meanings based on their numbers. It's like a puzzle that only a few can decode.
And the energy that lies in the numbers that correspond to each letter.
This leads us to wonder if Jay-Z, known for his catchy lyrics, is actually embedding deeper messages using these methods. The interesting part is that when Jay-Z released a song called 444, it caught the attention of many celebrities, and they started talking about it in surprised and hushed tones. This makes us question if the choice of the number 444 has a special meaning, or if it's just a random choice. All of this adds to the mystery surrounding Jay-Z's influence, not only in the music industry, but also in other aspects of the world.
And what happened?
People start calling me it.
I see.
Jay-Z's affinity for the number 4 has long been recognized, yet Kanye's recent statement suggests a much deeper implication. Throughout his career, Kanye has consistently shown an inclination for delving into themes centered around concealed truths and latent powers. This new revelation about Jay-Z potentially using intricate codes in his music aligns with Kanye's penchant for exploring the profound and hidden aspects of our world. It's as if Kanye's pursuit of understanding hidden meanings has led him to unveil a layer of intrigue beneath Jay-Z's music and his affinity for certain numbers, propelling us into a realm where secrets and symbolism intertwine. Maybe Beyonce is finally taking a hard look at Jay-Z and thinking, this man has been nothing but problematic. Let's not forget, he's cheated on her before, so it's not like he's been husband of the year. Now, with all this Diddy scandal drama, it seems like she might be learning even more about him, allegedly, and realizing this isn't the kind of man she wants her name tied to. Or maybe it's not even about him. maybe it's all about business. Beyonce's got an empire to protect, and if cutting Carter from her name helps keep the beehive strong, she's doing what she has to do. Remember, we've all known her as Beyonce Knowles Carter for years. Heck, even on tour, she called herself Miss Carter. But now Forbes is out here calling her Beyonce Knowles in their list of the world's most powerful women.
Articles coming forward, especially today actually, saying that Beyonce has dropped her last name and no longer goes by Carter, but just Beyonce Knowles.
It's interesting timing, though. Before this whole report, Forbes always referred to her as Beyonce Knowles Carter. So why the sudden change now? And let's not forget, Jay-Z is neck deep in some seriously ugly allegations. He's currently battling claims that he and Diddy allegedly harmed a 13-year-old girl at a party after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. A woman going by Jane Doe claims that two big-time music stars crossed the line with a 13-year-old girl at an after-party right after the 2000 MTV VMAs. Yeah, it's a heavy accusation, and it's bringing a pretty dark cloud over what's usually remembered as one of music's biggest nights.
The lawsuit was originally filed against Sean Diddy Combs back in October, then refiled on Sunday to add Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter.
Here's the breakdown. Jane Doe claims she was tricked into going to the after-party by a limo driver who said he worked for Diddy. The driver allegedly told her that Diddy liked younger girls, which is a seriously disturbing comment that puts his reputation under a harsh spotlight. When she got there, she was allegedly asked to sign an NDA and was given a drink she now believes was drugged. Things reportedly escalated when Combs approached her, supposedly with a crazed look, saying, "You are ready to party," before allegedly slamming her against a wall and then onto a bed. Jay-Z is accused of assaulting her while Combs and a female celebrity watched. The complaint alleges that after Jay-Z was done, Combs her as well. Jane Doe is now seeking damages, and her lawyer Tony Busby says he's representing over 100 people with similar claims against Combs. It's a huge and shocking case, to say the least.
Plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, says she was by both men at a Video Music Awards after party.
On December 8th, things heated up when an amended complaint dropped, and Jay-Z didn't hold back in his response. He flat out denied the allegations, calling them heinous, and expressing how deeply this situation affects his family. He said, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at an age where her friends will likely see the press and ask questions about these claims. We'll have to explain the cruelty and greed behind such accusations. I mourn yet another loss of innocence." His lawyer, Alex Spiro, jumped in too, defending Jay-Z's right to know who's making these serious claims. Spiro said, "Mr. Carter deserves to know the identity of the person who is effectively accusing him, in a sensationalized, publicity-driven manner, of criminal conduct, while seeking massive financial compensation and tarnishing a reputation built over decades." The lawsuit paints a disturbing picture, with Jane Doe accusing both Diddy and Jay-Z of taking advantage of her, while a female celebrity allegedly stood by and watched. The case is getting messier by the day, and the spotlight on it is only growing brighter. Of course, Diddy is out here denying everything, and now Jay-Z is doing the same, basically saying, "I'm nothing like Diddy, don't even put me in that category." But honestly, Jay's acting even more defensive than Diddy, which is saying a lot.
We expect Mr. Carter to be fully cleared of all of this in the coming days. Almost nothing that she says has checked out.
Now, with Jay-Z in this much hot water, it wouldn't be surprising if Beyonce decides to make a clean break. You know, disconnect herself and her kids from all this mess. She's got too much to lose, and let's be real, she's not one to let drama drag her empire down. That said, Jay doesn't seem like he's about to go down without a fight. This could easily turn into an all-out war. I mean, I don't know a ton about Jay-Z's character, but maybe, just maybe, he's not as bad as Diddy. Still, social media is buzzing with people side-eyeing him, and the comments are piling up. Everyone's watching this unfold, and it feels like it's only just getting started. One person wrote, Tina Knowles literally liked the post that first broke the story claiming Jay-Z is a but then at the Mufasa premiere, they had to put an untied front as a happy family, and she was out pretending saying she got hacked. Another one added, dropping the Carter name will do nothing to clean up her image if she had knowledge or was involved in any way, and it'd be hard to believe she was clueless all these years, especially knowing her own age when Jay's got to her. One more person claimed, Beyonce already knew what Jay was doing. Her mama and father pimped her out to Jay-Z. Beyonce was in on a lot of the things that they were doing together and with other people. Everything will come out in the light. Some fans were quick to defend Beyonce, pointing out that Forbes has used her maiden name, Knowles, in the past. But hold up. Just last September, they listed her as Beyonce Knowles Carter. A major publication doesn't just randomly switch up how they report someone's name. That's not how SEO, tags, and branding work. This feels way too strategic, like someone purposely dropped Carter from her name for a reason. I mean, think about it. 3 months ago, she was Beyonce Knowles Carter in Forbes. Now, she's just Beyonce Knowles. It's giving Kim Kardashian West vibes. Remember how Kim dropped West after the divorce? It's hard not to see the parallels here. And while all this is brewing, Jay-Z's situation is getting even messier. The person accusing him just amended their lawsuit. At first, it was filed against Diddy, with Jay-Z anonymously listed as Celebrity B. But now, they've outright named him. Jay-Z, of course, is denying everything, saying the accuser is trying to blackmail him. It's starting to look like a calculated move on Beyonce's part, protecting her brand and her name while Jay-Z tries to fight off some very serious allegations. This drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. Carter added in his statement that his only heartbreak is for his family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. The complaint states that Jane Doe was lured to the after-party by a limousine driver who claimed to work for Diddy. The driver reportedly told her that the hip-hop mogul liked younger girls, a chilling statement that casts an ominous light on his public image. Upon arrival, she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement and handed a drink she believes was drugged. The plaintiff alleges that Combs approached her with a crazed look in his eyes and said, "You are ready to party," before throwing her against a wall and then threw her on the bed. Jay-Z is accused of removing her clothes and R-ing her while Combs and the female celebrity watched. After Carter finished, Combs allegedly R-ed her as well. Jane Doe is seeking unspecified damages, and her attorney, Tony Busby, has announced that he represents over 100 people accusing Combs of misconduct. Tony Busby just shook the whole industry with a bombshell that's basically Epstein level. At a press conference, Busby revealed that his firm is representing 120 victims, each one sharing horror stories about their run-ins with Diddy.
The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had, at this point, more than 3,285 individuals contact us.
But here's where it gets insane. Those 120, that's just the beginning. Busby said his office got over 3,000 calls in just 2 weeks, all from people claiming Diddy took advantage of them. And here's the kicker. Those 120 victims aren't rolling everything into one big class action suit like everyone expected. Nope, they're coming at him individually with separate civil lawsuits. That means Diddy's about to be drowning in court battles, with every victim getting their own chance to expose what allegedly went down.
Ever in a 10-day period have we seen over 3,000 people come forward.
And it's not just Diddy in the crosshairs. Busby made it very clear. Anyone who was involved, stayed quiet, or helped cover things up is getting called out. No one's walking away from this mess without consequences. While Busby hasn't dropped any names yet, he made it clear they're doing their homework, verifying every single detail to make sure that when the names do come out, they'll have the receipts to back up every accusation. And trust me, the names he hinted at are going to shake the industry to its core. We're talking A-listers, top execs, politicians, and even athletes.
There are many people and many entities involved. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices.
But it doesn't stop there. This thing goes beyond just individuals. Busby hinted at banks, hotels, clubs, restaurants, and even entire businesses allegedly helping Diddy and his crew pull off their dirty deeds. It really makes you wonder how many people Diddy might have bullied, threatened, or paid off to keep them from spilling the tea. Busby didn't hold back when laying out the demographics of Diddy's alleged victims either. He revealed that his firm is representing an equal number of men and women. Around 60% of the victims are Black, 30% are white, and the rest are a mix of Hispanic and Asian individuals. But the detail that really had everyone gasping? The age range. Apparently, the youngest victim was just 9 years old when their alleged encounter with Diddy happened. And out of all the victims, around 25 were minors at the time these horrific events took place.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken.
Attorney Tony Busby, who's become a name we've talked about a lot, is now representing several victims in the case, one of whom is dragging Jay-Z into the mix. Busby didn't hold back, saying, "Jay-Z has tried to bully and harass us over this case, but this has only emboldened us to seek justice." As expected, this is hitting Jay-Z's family hard. Beyonce seems to be feeling the heat, too. Reports are buzzing about her allegedly losing millions of Instagram followers amid the scandal. She started with 320 million followers, but has dropped to 313 million as of Monday, December 16th at 3 p.m. Bangkok time. Yes, you read that right. Fans are speculating this mass unfollowing is a reaction to Beyonce staying silent about the allegations against Jay-Z. Here's the kicker. The lawsuit originally targeted Diddy, with 2 unnamed celebrities tied to it. Now Jay-Z has been named, and there's speculation about a mysterious female celebrity also being involved. Some are pointing fingers at Jennifer Lopez, who was dating Diddy around the time of the alleged incidents. Others think it might even be Beyonce herself.
But not include the mystery female.
Correct.
Who, I mean, people are still asking, who is she and why aren't you putting her name in there if you put in the other name?
One report mentions that Beyonce's follower decline has been gradual since early 2024, so it might not actually be tied to this drama. But according to a media source, Beyonce is reportedly so upset about the lawsuit and everything it's stirring up. He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this, to make a mockery of the system like this, Spiro said of Jay-Z. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset and he should be upset. Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs, Spiro said. They knew each other professionally for a number of years. Just like in all professions, people know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. There is no closer association between any of them, he added of Carter and Combs. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against Combs. He has nothing to do with that case. Jay-Z's legal troubles are reigniting conversations and raising questions about his past, with recent developments making headlines. Jay-Z reportedly assured Beyonce of his innocence, dismissing the allegations as a money grab. The very fact that he felt the need to profess his innocence to her has some speculating that Beyonce might not be the unnamed female celebrity in the case, leading others to suggest Jennifer Lopez could be involved instead.
The lawsuit was originally filed against Sean Diddy Combs back in October, then refiled on Sunday to add Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter.
Insiders are sharing differing perspectives on how Beyonce is handling the situation. One source told US Weekly that Beyonce is putting on a brave face for the sake of her children and continues to fulfill her commitments, including an upcoming performance. Another source revealed that Beyonce firmly believes in Jay-Z's innocence, aligning with his claim that the lawsuit is an alleged extortion attempt. Amidst the growing tension, Jay-Z's past is being revisited, with a resurfaced clip sparking debate. The clip involves Rihanna recalling an unsettling comment Jay-Z made during her audition for Def Jam in 2005 when she was just 17 years old. Rihanna described how Jay-Z joked that she could either go through the door with the deal signed or go through the window. The now viral moment from her appearance on the Tyra Banks show has sparked criticism, especially considering their age difference at the time. Rihanna was a teenager and Jay-Z was 34. Then in 2005, when Rihanna released her song Pawn to Replay, it quickly caught the attention of Jay-Z, who had recently taken on the role of CEO and president of Def Jam Records. According to Rihanna, this was a pivotal moment and one of the best things that happened to her at that time.
Working with Jay and having a collaboration with him is just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career.
The resurfaced clip featuring Rihanna on the Tyra Banks show has sparked renewed interest in her early interactions with Jay-Z during her audition for Def Jam in 2005. Rihanna, reflecting on the experience, described walking into the office and feeling an overwhelmingly warm and welcoming atmosphere. She recounted being incredibly nervous as Jay-Z began by stating, "It was actually a really good audition, but before I met him, I was so nervous I was shaking, literally." The star, whose real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty, revealed, "The moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming. I had to sing, I sang Pawn to Replay, I sang another ballad from the album. And what did he say to you? He said something to you, Tyra questioned. He said, "We don't sign songs here, we sign artists." And there was this little pause, and I was nervous, and then he said, "And we're interested," and there was this sudden feel of relief. This moment of suspense gave way to relief for the young artist, but what followed has drawn significant attention.
Here we sign artists, and there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, "And we're interested," and there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then.
A little bit of an awkward moment. We've got Jay-Z explaining this moment himself in an interview.
Walked into a room in her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was, what, 17 years old at that point?
She was 16.
16. And she has the confidence of it. She's like an old soul in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
Jay-Z played a huge role in Rihanna's career and is basically the reason she's where she is today. He discovered her, back when she was just this young girl from Barbados and signed her early on. She didn't really get the chance to figure out her 20s or who she wanted to be before becoming one of Jay-Z's proteges.
She just belts out a tune?
Belts out a tune, she performs, and I tell her, there's no way out of this office. I signed her that day.
Jay-Z's version of events goes something like, "Yeah, I told her there's no way out of this office," which, okay, I get what he's trying to say, but honestly, that phrasing, not it. A boss saying that to an employee, potential hire, or someone younger, with that power dynamic, it's just weird. And since we're already on the Jay-Z topic, let's dive into another clip. This one's from an award show, and honestly, he comes off a bit controlling here too.
I know I promised you I'm going to give you my first Grammy, but we might have to fight for this one.
She said she wanted to thank everybody for her first Grammy.
Then trouble ensued when Jay-Z allegedly made advances towards Rihanna and had an affair with her. Rihanna's publicist claimed that they fabricated a rumor to boost Rihanna's career, as stated in an email. "It was all a publicity stunt," Jonathan said. "I was desperate at the time because I wanted to have a hit record." He also admitted his decision could be considered reckless, as it might put Rihanna in danger. "I agree. We were young and stupid." It seems that as more allegations and controversies surface involving Jay-Z, public scrutiny on his personal and professional life continues to intensify. Beyonce, being a global icon with an immaculate image, would naturally prioritize safeguarding her brand and reputation, especially given her influence and role as a cultural and business powerhouse. If removing Carter from her name becomes a strategic move to distance herself from the ongoing issues surrounding her husband, it would be consistent with her history of making calculated decisions to protect her image. Beyonce has always been deliberate about maintaining control over her narrative and public perception, often staying silent or pivoting gracefully in response to controversies. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.